switch off your own camera. But I do like to actually have the cameras if possible. Then I can see you, I can get a little bit of feedback. If we lose the sound, I can see people like waving or whatever. But that's that. So yeah, just to be aware of your own limitations, and I'll try and give alternative poses for the more challenging ones. We all have our own bodies. We're made the way we are, and we have our limitations, everybody. And so we try and find ways to do everything so that we all benefit. We had an issue a few weeks back with the line falling down, so we lost the connection. And if it happens, at the time I wasn't expecting it, obviously, and I didn't prepare for it. But now the protocol in inverted commas is you go down on your child pose, just relax, wait, and I've got the data line here ready to go on data, at least, yeah, just sort of mellow out to the class or continue, whatever, depending where we are, at which point we're in the class. The class is, yeah, the nice Sunday class. We got backward plank, I said to Kasia before, which is one of our favorite ones. We got side planks. We're going to be strengthening the shoulders, but I'll give you alternatives so that we can actually rest on the elbow rather than the arm, and then we don't have to do so much work if we have a problem with that. And with that said, we'll start the class by entering into nice. Oh yes, and the music I mentioned in the intonation speed. I proposed a link there to YouTube 1 hour long piece, which is nice and mellow. If people like to have music in the background. I normally do, but because of the sound quality, we can't get it through. So you can play that by yourself until we get a proper microphone. So we'll just arrive, sit down, make ourselves as comfortable as we can in whichever pose you find comfortable for yourself. We straighten our back, open our shoulders, open our chest, close our eyes, or just focus at the point in front of you. Start coming into ourselves, feeling our breath, being aware of our bodies, quieting the mind, leaving any issues for after the class, or maybe just for Monday morning, just leave everything out the door. We're just going to be here with ourselves. We can use also this moment just to send hope and strength and protection to all those working in the front lines of this world issue that we have in the health services, the security services, the delivery services, food services. And lest we forget the electricity that we consume and the internet that we consume, there are people behind it making it happen. So let's just have a few moments for them. And slowly start fluttering your eyes. Just realize I haven't unmuted everybody. So let's do that. So stay sitting down, and what we're going to do is, okay, participants, mute all. Our warm-up today is going to be a little bit different. Let's start with just gentle rotations. So we're going to put our hands on our knees, whichever way we have our sitting position. Then we just gently roll the torso. Now with this gentle rotation, we're actually rotating obviously the spine, but we're also having a gentle move on the shoulders. If you hold your hands to your knees, you can notice your shoulders are also getting a gentle. And then we get more and more deeper into the rotations. And then try and feel that you're rotating from the lower back to the middle back to the chest opening a little bit. So it's just gentle, but as broad as you can make it. And then we slowly start in the other direction. So just awakening the back, making it ready for the hour ahead. Okay, then we stop there in the middle and we put our thumbs to our shoulders, and we'll just do nice, big, broad shoulder movement. And then the other direction. Sabine, if you could mute you, and then we go left, right up, left sideways, turning a little bit the head, and then in the opposite direction. So we're opening the shoulders. Then with our hands down, we just do our gentle twist to the left, right hand on the left knee, and we just twist gently to the left. Use the breathing there. Just very gentle at the moment. And then on the other side. And then to the left again. And to the right. Come back to the middle. Take an in breath and take our arms up. And then that's a nice big long stretch. A few breaths. And then finally I'll bend to the left hand on a floor and right hand bent over to the left side. Take a few breaths there. Try and go in a little bit deeper every time. Then breathe in, arms up, and to the right. And then back to the middle. Stretch one last time, and arms down. Okay, the second stage of the warm-up, we go on our all fours. I'll go on this side. And then having your legs slightly quite open, like nearly the width of the mat, your knees. Then we're just gonna go down into actually before you go down, so you see me, let's just explain. So we're gonna go from child pose here, and then without looking at the camera, because the sequence, we're just gonna come up, roll our back, like yesterday a little bit, and open the chest and the knees, and then just find this gentle sort of pseudo cobra. It's not really a cobra, but we're actually doing the hips and the knees, the shoulders, and it's a lovely, lovely warm-up position. So we go back on ourselves, knees open, child pose, chin to the ground or forehead to the ground, so that your shoulders are really opening. Yeah, you can have you can put your butt down the heels, even better. But this in itself is already a warm-up, yeah, and a stretch. So let's just have this for a couple of breaths. Forehead to the ground, or chin to the ground, or whatever you can reach. Arms open. And then just gently, if you don't need to look at the camera better or the screen, just roll up your back. And then as you reach the limit, you open the shoulders and open the legs or knees, and then just get this sort of cobra variation. And we hold that for a few breaths. Try and make sure your shoulders are open, you're not crowing in. and your neck is up and proud. And then you breathe out back into child pose. Breathe in, gently roll your back, open your legs, open your shoulders. Take all that nice big breath in and breathe out. Up to every last little breath as you go back into this lovely child pose here. Breathe in, and let's get into a bit of a rhythm. And breathe out. Try and feel your back rolling like, just like a centipede. Breathe in and breathe out. Roll in the back, breathe in. Open the shoulders, looking up, and breathe out. Toes together. 3 more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Continue while I watch. Breathe in, roll in this lovely rolling motion. Open the shoulders, neck up. And then breathe out, tucking right in the child pose. And the last time, roll forward, bring in, take the hips right down. And then come back to child pose. Okay, we take a couple of breaths in child pose, just find those shoulders opening. And then we come to all fours and we start the more serious work here. Okay, we start with a simple left foot back and then lift, and we hold it nice and straight. Let's tuck the tailbone in a little bit so your abs are in, and we're actually in a very strong position here. Leg is stretched, trying to touch the back wall, and we hold for 3, 2, and 1. Now at the same time, we take the right arm up, try and have it level with the back and the back leg. And we're also stretching the arm forward, stretching the foot back, tucking our abs in, so we have a nice straight back. And we're counting. The left hand is firmly planted on the ground, with the weight being spread through all the knuckles and fingers. Last breath, and come back to tabletop. Start on the other side, right foot back, lift, straight, tuck the tummy in, shoulders open, looking straight down. That back leg is straight, is pulling towards the back wall, and then we lift our left arm out, which is pulling in the opposite direction. So we're stretching the back, stretching the shoulders, stretching the hips. Tuck your tummy in. Solid planted right hand. Count to 3, stretch, 2, stretch, 1, and both down. Do that again on the left side. Left foot out, right hand out. And now we're going to do a couple of crunches. So we breathe in and we stretch, breathe out and we take the knee to the elbow, opposite sides. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, crunch. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, crunch. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, knee to elbow. Back to neutral, hands and feet to the ground. We go to the other side. So right foot out, left foot out, left hand out. Hold it. Check your abs. Check your chest is open. Your shoulders are open. And then we start our crunch. So we take a nice in breath, stretch, breathe out, left elbow to right knee. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, crunch. Breathe in, stretch, Breathe out, crunch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to ground. Weight on your legs. We'll take a little break here. Opening those shoulders. Maybe rolling them after having the weight. Okay, we're going to do the same now, but on plank. So we're going to put our hands on the ground. We're going to take both legs right out. Now it's more important to have the weight firmly on the whole hand, on each hand. And then we're going to start just by, when you feel solid, you got your shoulders nicely planted, your abs are hard, and you feel comfortable, then and only then, if you got control of this position, we lift the right foot up 3 centimeters. Again, check your shoulders, check your chest, check your abs. Count to 3, 2, 1, right foot down. Again, if you feel solid, then left foot up 3 centimeters. 3, 2, 1, and both feet down, knees down, and we'll take a little breather there. Last section, we'll do some crunches, well, knee to elbows from the plank position. So both feet back, get into a nice wide plank this time. Check your shoulders, are they solid? Your arms are solid. And then, if you feel good there, take the right knee to the left elbow and back. Right knee to the right elbow and back. Right knee to the left elbow and back. Right knee to the right elbow and back. Other side, left knee to the right elbow and back. Left knee to the left elbow, back. Right elbow, back. Left elbow, back. Knees down, and a little breather. Roll the shoulders. We'll do that second time with a little bit more motion. If you're actually struggling with your shoulders or your arms, which is possible, then I suggest you just do, for the period that we're doing that, just do the shoulder plank and just stay there. So you'll be doing the work on the core, but your arms won't be suffering. If you can follow us with the crunches, then we go again. Get on the plank, a little bit more rhythm. So right to right, back, right to left, back, left to left, back, left to right, back. Again, right, 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 left, 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 right. One more time, right, 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 left, 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 right. Hold for 7. Make those shoulders strong. 6. Abs strong. 5. Hands strong. 4. Head strong. 3, 2, 1. Hold, 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 hold. Gently knees down. And we take a child's pose there. Really tuck your hips down between your heels or on the heels. Yeah, give some gentle stretch to the lower back. Okay, then from this position, we're going to go into a side plank, which is going to be strengthening our intercostals down here on the sides. And again, we're going to do it in various formats, yeah? So we go on our all fours. The first one is going to be our left foot. It's going to just so take a 45-degree angle to the left so that we can do the baby plank, yeah? So the weight is on your knee, some weight is on your shoulders, and we can actually at least do this lovely chest opening without putting too much stress. So this is very good for just getting the chest open on the side. We can hold this, but we can have a nice stretch of both arms. And then right hand down, knees down, roll your right foot to the right, and then do the other side. Oh. Okay, stay there. I'm just watching you stay on that position. Nice stretch of the arms. Chest is opening. You got no weight on the hips, so that's good. Just doing the hips, the shoulders. So back to all fours. We take our left foot back, and we take our right foot, kind of 45 degrees at the level of our waist, of our belly button. And then we roll to the right. So the weight, now we do have some weight on the hips, but some of them is taken by our knee, and we can do this variation of the plank. But now we can work the hips so they're actually taking some of the weight, and we're in a straight line, and we open our chest. Breathing all the time, breathing all the time, firming your left hand down on the ground and trying to touch the ceiling with the right. And we count to 3, 2, and 1, and we swap over. So right hand goes down, right foot goes back, left foot goes to the side and forward, and then we do the same on the other side. So we roll our left foot round so that we're actually on the side plank, and we open our shoulders. Hold that for a few more breaths while I watch. You stay where you are. I think, Mary, you can take your head more in line with your spine. Don't flop your head. That's it. Just have the head continuation of your spine. 3, 2, 1, hands down. Good. Okay, knees down. Take a tiny little break. Now we're going to do the full plank. For those who are struggling, which we all do at any level, I just have to stress that everybody has their own limit. So if this is your limit, then what you can do is, again, on the elbow, we're going to try and go from here, just lift up and just have the weight on the elbow. Try and open the chest and take the arm up, and then just have the feet how you need to, yeah? This would be the ideal situation, but you can put one in front of the other. For those who want the challenge, we're going to go full plank. So we're going to go hands down, or all fours down, feet back on plank, roll to the right, strong left arm and shoulders, and then open up. It's a lovely pose once we get the hang of it, and once we strengthen our sides. And the shoulders, remember to open the shoulders. Do not collapse like this, which is what we can do. So we open the shoulders, so doing the correct sort of work. For the rest, you can be on your elbows if you need to, That's fine too. I'm going to count to 7, 6, 5, open up, 3, open the chest, 4, strong hips, 2, 1, and then slowly, gently put the knee down and the hands down, and we go to the other side. I'll turn around so I can see. Again, if you need to go on the shoulder, on the elbows, that's fine. If not, we're going to go to plank, roll to the right, stack the feet up, or put one in front of the other, whatever you find useful at this time, and then open the chest. Actually, I need more space here. The right hand can go slightly forward if you want to get a better angle. Open the shoulders. Find those hips, doing the correct work. Tucking the tummy in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, knee down, hand down, both knees down, and take a child's pose there. Relax. Be gentle on your back. And now, some people's favorite. The plank leads very naturally and very nicely to the rock star position, yeah? So let's do it. So we're on all fours. We take the plank. Then we take the right foot right behind us. That's a nice pose while we lift our right hand. And then we just open the chest, and then look back, look up, and if possible, look back. My mic is falling. And then from there, so this is the rock star pose. As far as you can look back, look up, lift the hips up. We're doing work on the hips here. Chest is opening. And then hand down, and we roll to the other side. So our left foot goes behind us, takes the weight as we slowly, without dropping the middle, take this lovely opening of chest and hip. Count to 3, opening, 2, opening more, 1, and roll over, and knees to the ground. Right, I want you to do that one more time. Because deep down, we're all rock stars. So I'm going to do it facing the camera this time. And I want to take this up because it keeps on falling off. I'm going to put it back on. So plank, just visually follow. So we take the right foot behind us, open the chest, and just enjoy the moment. Welcome the world, welcome the universe. Roll over. Left foot behind us, and open the chest. And roll over, knees down, and sit in Japanese position. Super, right? I love that position. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's roll the wrists. You're not too used to all the weight on the wrist. It does really take a strain. Okay, we stand up, start moving towards our balance poses. But before that, take a Tadasana, mountain pose, remind ourselves how our body should be. So we feel those glutes are tight and that tummy tight, that chest is opening, the neck is up and our arms are down. Fine, let's take a moment there, with our eyes closed or facing one point, and just remember what we're doing. Feel our bodies and come back to the present. Okay, from there we breathe in, take our arms up, and then holding the left hand with our right, so we clasp our wrist and we just gently bend to the right. If you try and look under your arm, then we'll be making sure we're sideways and not buckling forward. One last breath. And breathe in, roll to the middle, stretch the arms, grab with your left, grab your right, and we bend to the left. Again, slight looking under the arm from the left to the right, upwards. We'll make sure we're going sideways. Last breath. And we breathe in, back to the middle, and release. Loosen the back, loosen the hips. Loosen the shoulders. We're going to do the same again with an added balance challenge. Yeah, you can see what you can do. If you don't feel comfortable, then you don't need to do the balance. Arms up, right foot out. This is the foot we're going to lift up eventually, but initially just touching, and we bend towards that foot. So now we're going to do a deeper bend, and then in due time, if you're able, lift the foot up. So we're balancing on the left and bending to the right. And we're counting, we're breathing, and we're stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, bend, foot to the middle, left foot out, just touching there. We bend towards that foot. Nice deep bend. And then if comfortable, lift the foot up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Foot down, arms up, release gently, and loosen the hips. Okay, let's do it again, slightly quicker, with more tempo. Arms up, right foot out, and then to the right, lift. 3, 2, 1. Foot down, middle, stretch. Bend to the foot left out, bend to the left, lift the foot. 3, 2, 1. Foot down, middle, stretch. Release, and let's take a gentle forward fold or ragdoll position. Yeah, hands clasping your shoulders, your elbows, and just release the top of the torso, Let the weight stretch the lower back there. And then just ragdoll. I think just shake left, right, a little bit gently to stretch the lower back before the next pose. Then we come up again, hands to hips, come up and find that position. Okay, preparing for our peak pose. We're going to do another balance. So left hand on left hip, right knee up, right hand on this knee, and we're just going to open the hip and hold the balance. Open the chest, lift the head up, stretch the back, and hold this. This is a balance pose, yes. We're just concentrating on that left leg, being able to be straight and focused. It's a mental exercise as well. 5, 4, opening the hip. 3, 2, opening the hip, stretching. 1, knee forward, leg down, left knee up, right hand to the right shoulder, to the right hip, left hand to the knee, and open. Stretch the leg, stretch the back, look ahead, and firm up the right leg. 5, 4, open the chest. 3, open the hip. 2, 1, left knee forward, and the foot down. Super, that was good. Okay, now the dance pose. This is, quite an advanced pose, but it's nice to do things outside our comfort zone. But what I do suggest, basically what we're going to do, so that you know where we're going, is this pose, right? What I suggest is, if it's the first time or if you don't feel too good with it, just grab onto a chair or something, or onto a wall, because it would be good to be concentrating on the pose rather than the balance. So if I'm holding onto the wall, I can really then pull the leg up, open the chest, look forward, which are all the things we want to do. So either grab a wall, and then we'll start. Left arm up, right foot behind us. Try and grab it. Grab the foot from the inside if you can. If not, the outside, but the inside is better. And then just tilt forward. Take the right leg back, the left arm out. We're stretching our arm out, and we're taking the right leg up. You need to balance or catch your balance, then do so. And then we hold there, opening the chest, stretching the front, opening the hips for 4, 3, 2, opening more, 1, and release very gently, foot down. And then we do the other side. Again, if you're holding onto something, you can really concentrate on the opening. So we take our right arm up, try and grab the foot from the inside, and then we start the tilt forward, arm out, concentrating on opening the chest, stretching the right hand, opening the hips, taking the leg further back. We count to 3, 2, actually that was too few. 3, 2, 1, open, 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 open. Release gently. Super, dance pose. Right hand on left shoulder. Pat, pat, pat. Left hand on right shoulder. Pat, pat, pat. Well done. But we're going to do it again. Okay, now those who were holding onto something and felt very good, then let's add a little bit of interest. We're going to do try and do it without the wall this time, is what I'm saying. We're going to do it shorter, but see if those who are very comfortable can release the wall, and those who are really struggling then obviously use the wall. Left arm up, right foot, grab it from the inside. We're just going to count to 3. So let's go deep into it. 1, 2, 3, and release. Super. Other side. Right hand up. Grab the foot. So we're going to do it so quickly that you're not going to notice you're not in balance. And we go really deep. 1, 2, deep, 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 deep. 3, and release. Wow, that was good. I love that. So that was our peak. And we'll start warming down now. So let's go on our knees. Because we did that very deep backward bend, let's take a child's pose to stretch the back the other way or to give it, release the tension. Stay in your child pose. Try and take the heels to the butt to the heels. Yeah, deep stretch in the lower back. And then we come back up. Right, now we're going to do another back bend. This is Camel Pose. So before I explain it, so that you know what I'm talking about, don't do it. This is what we're going to do, yes? Just the classic back bend with the hands down or without, depending on your level. But what is very important is that we don't just collapse on this lower part. Yeah, most of us have got a very misused lower back from all our years. So instead of just collapsing here, what we can do is put the hands here, so we're actually supporting that part. And what we want to bend is this part that we never bend, yeah, the top part. So what I suggest is we put the lower, we hold onto the lower back so we don't collapse back. And then we try and open it, well, take the shoulders back. We can start doing it now. Your shoulders back, chest up, chin slightly tucked in. Don't drop the head back. We don't need to do the cervix, that kind of work, that disservice. I'm going to go on this side. So the chin slightly tucked in. We open the chest, and then we take the chest up and back, but not the lower back necessarily. So we got a nice, try and curve the top of your back and not the lower back. Now, if you're flexible and you feel comfortable, you can take the hands off to your heels, or I would recommend to just stay supporting your lower back for most of us. So we're just supporting lower back, opening the chest, chin slightly to chest, and try and look up and then slightly back, and then release, fold forward, and go on a child pose, a gentle, very gentle child pose to counteract. And then we come back again. I like to tuck my toes in initially. Maybe later when you got more flexibility, you can put your toes down. But right now it's helpful here. So we put our hands on the lower back, open the chest, and then for the idea is really to open the upper back and then bend back, supporting the lower back, and look up, up. If you're able to, take your hands to your heels and continue that healthy, gently opening backward bend, camel pose. And release, hands to lower back, back to shins, and we relax there. Now, counterpose to that, which we don't do often enough, it's the rabbit pose, yeah? So before you do it, because you're not going to be able to see anything, just watch me. So we're going to go on the Japanese style. We're going to take our hands just holding the heels. Then we're going to put our neck, our forehead to our knees. And then once we're very close to the knees, we just lift the butt up. And that's a really deep stretch here on the lower back. So let's try that, yeah? So knees at your head, right close to your knees, Megwi. You need to take that bend. You need the head to the knees, and then you lift the butt up. Be gentle on your head. Don't put too much weight on the head, Marion. No weight on the head if possible. And we do that just very quickly, 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and then we come back. Release. So you should feel a very deep crunch on the, it's a compression pose on the tummy. It's an expansion pose here. And your neck really shouldn't take much weight. I know that we all put the head down, but we shouldn't have the weight. So use your hand to take the weight off the head, yeah? So we'll do it one more time. So head to knees, without putting the weight there, we just lift the butt up, tuck the tummy in, and we hold it. And back down. Okay, so that was good. The counter pose there. Now we're going to do some of our students' other favorite pose, which is the reverse plank. She sits down with the legs forward. Again, the hands, the classic one is with the hands facing forward, but if that's very uncomfortable, you can open your hands to allow the shoulders to open. But if you can, classic one, hand facing down towards your feet. Open the chest before you attempt it. Open the chest, straighten your toes just because it looks beautiful. And 3, 2, 1, we lift. Try and make a straight line as a reverse plank. We count 2. Let's count 2. What should we count to? Let's count to. Can't think of what to count for. Okay, let's do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, open the chest, 2, 1, and butt down. Okay, and just a gentle forward fold, just to release the tension. Let's go this way just because I think the neck works better. So we'll do that again. You notice how your toes pointed forward looks so much nicer. So hands in the position you find useful, facing the toes if you can. Open the chest, lift the chest up, 3, 2, 1, and we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Looks good, looks good. I don't know if we go, we've got 10 minutes, so we're going to go on to our lovely class highlight. Just still haven't learned the name. It's Bharat Bhajanasa. There's actually obviously 2 variations. This is a simple variation, so we're going to go on a Thunderbolt Japanese sitting style. If you have a blanket near you, we can use it as a prop if we're not flexible, or if we're not as flexible as not requiring one. And it's a very beautiful pose, our first version. So what we're going to do, I mean, it's simple but difficult at the same time. We're going to just tilt or drop our hips to the left side, and we're going to put the left heel in the arch of the right foot. So I don't know if you can see that. The right heel in the arch of the left foot. So just like this. Then we're going to sit to the side. If we're struggling here, falling to the side is where the blanket comes in handy. We can just put it here so that we're not too collapsed. And then we're looking a bit like a siren, mermaid. Okay. Then this hand is obviously taking the weight, so we can actually straighten the back as much as possible. The right hand goes here. We tilt slightly back, so we're opening and stretching the spine here. And then I think the nicer variation is when you then look forward. So you might see it looking back, but I think we look forward, the chest open, hand here, Vadrasana. I would like to call this Instagram asana, I think, because it looks nice. But anyhow, without joking aside, just feel your hips opening, or your hips, twisting, your back straight, your chest opening, and just feel in the mood for the pose. And then we gently release, take the weight to the middle, swap the side. So now we're going to have our left foot in the arch of the right foot. If you need to use a prop, do so. The left hand on our right knee, looking very posy. We stretch the shoulders back, open the chest, and then we look forward. And we hold that for a few minutes, a few seconds. I mean, although it looks very simple, there is a lot of tension, a lot of stretching around the hips. Your shoulders should also be opening. This side dorsal should also be stretching. And we count to another 2 and 1. And we gently release, coming to the middle and sitting in Thunderbolt pose. Do some leg stretches before we close down. So we sit down on our butts, open our legs. And we're going to gently do first forward folds to each leg. Obviously stretch up, lift up your chest, tuck your tummy in there so that you can actually fold onto that knee. And then you hold your shin or your ankle or your foot, and then just gently stretch. 3 more counts. Try and use every out breath to go slightly deeper. 2, 1. Gently, gently, gently lift up. We go to the other side. Remember, we're going to go to the other side. Twist, lift, stretch. Take all the tummy in before you fold onto this right leg, holding onto the shin or the ankle or the foot. Three, use the breath. 2 and 1, and release. Left foot in. Actually, I'm sorry. Keep the foot out. I'm gonna take this to the next level. Right, sideways bend. So this time, the left hand holds onto the inside of the shin, or if you can grab your toes, or whatever you can grab down there, and then we just bend sideways towards that foot. So do what you can, but feel that you're not tumbling forward, but whatever you're doing, you're actually stretching your right dorsals here, and your arm is above your, on top of your ear. Your right arm is on your right ear. So the sideways fold. And we release gently. So whatever you did, you should feel all these stretching, yeah? Whatever your level is, everybody's doing the same muscle. So put your hand on the inside of the shin or grab your toes or your foot and looking upwards under your arm. We're stretching our left dorsals here. We count to 3, 2, and 3, and 2, and 1. If I had time, I would do that again, but I don't. So we're going to use this moment for everyone to do a pose that you like and that you feel that helps. It's just really a little bit of ad lib, yeah, for everybody. I think Helga needed or felt like doing a backwards roll, and you can do what you feel that your body's asking for this last pose. But gently, and just a stretching pose, not a strenuous pose. Just release some tension you may have. And then if you're doing a backward fold, then just very gently roll back. Don't just collapse forward if you can. And we're going to go into our Savasana there. So we lie down, get your blanket, your socks, whatever makes you nice and comfortable. We're nearly on the hour, so if anybody must have to go at 12, then I suggest you do it now. If you've got another 5-10 minutes, then stay with us. And we'll do a nice deep relaxation, which is nice to start your Sunday. I'm going to disconnect the and then we're going to start. So just start by relaxing, just letting the whole body flop, your toes or your feet just open for sideways like a book. As in a relaxed toes, your hands are down, facing up if you can, or if it feels comfortable, or whichever way feels comfortable. And as we find that nice, comfortable position for the body, we'll start actively relaxing every part as I go through it, so we can reach nice deep relaxation. And also we're making use of our attention, our awareness, being able